many countries make PPP arrangements really only under duress. Right. So when they're under fiscal stress, they do this because they're trying to offload loss-making entities which they can no longer support. They don't do this because they are philosophically attached to the idea, and this is what a PPP is, and I think it's a very important aspect to change the language of PPPs to something else. And understanding this in more detail and why you're doing it, I think is a crucial part to being able to see that these are more successful than they have been. China has arrived on the scene and helped to convert at least the impression of Africa from something to be saved from itself to a business opportunity to be engaged with.
With the decline of aid, we have started seeing a sustainable transformation of Africa. The best thing with investment or private sector funding is that the private sector protects its investments. And so that it reduces the incidences of corruption significantly or transfer of resources from Africa. The second thing is that aid was always in a programmatic area. 3-year programs, and then it's abandoned, and we go back to square A. Private sector sustains because they are long-term investments. So we have a sustained momentum that keeps on building from time to time. And I would really attribute that, that there isn't sufficient money in form of aid to support Africa. What really Africa requires is the private sector of capital funds of the world. So if we make Africa a little bit more competitive, I think that will work.
If we're going to rejig the story has to be focused on tomorrow. Africa can't still be addressing questions of colonialism, etc. It has to address an industrial world that has moved on ahead of that. And that's going to be crucial to do that.
I think that whether it is in the areas of how we manage urban growth, whether it is the area where we manage our youth, the competitive advantages that we have, like agriculture, there is a new thing coming up that is artificial intelligence, that I think that if we position ourselves correctly, Africa might be able to take advantage of this and actually position itself to really be much more competitive and really get its own piece of the pie, to say. So this opportunity, I think we shouldn't let it go.